Hey everyone, welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. I'm your host, Mikan.
And I am your other host, Ichiko. Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. Join us this week as we discuss Nana Part 2, which is episode 20 to 30. Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back. What's up, guys?
Thanks for tuning in again,
Yes.
And leading off of last week, we're going to continue with Nana, of course. We're getting into the middle part 2. Yeah, the middle section. So episode 20 to 30. I hope everyone, if you guys came from the last episode and you haven't watched it yet, I really hope you guys do. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Nana is such a beautiful story. It really is.
It
I kind of
is.
want
And it's
them to
like,
remake it.
honestly, I'm starting to remember bits from the manga that what happens like after it leaves off. And it's hurting my soul a bit.
Oh, no.
It's killing me a bit because I'm like, no. I was able to forget for a moment, I didn't remember for a while, and now it's all coming back, and I'm like, no, I don't want to remember. But so how did you feel? Because I think episode 19 kind of left off on a okay note. Like it was a little bit more happy, but
Yeah.
this time we kind of finish off with a little bit more of a what the heck is going on?
So the season started off strong because, or not this season, this part, excuse me, started off strong because Nana and Ren have reunited and they have started their relationship back up. Like there was no time, like those 2 years in between them being separated didn't even matter. And that is just, ugh,
I think it
makes
made them
me,
that it made them
made them,
stronger.
yeah, it did. It really did. I was going to say the same thing as like that time because then both of them were able to focus on themselves in a
Mhm.
positive way. So it's like they really didn't want to break up, but she knew that she could potentially be a distraction for him and his dreams if she went with him to Tokyo and she does say like I wanted to be selfish and I couldn't let my pride um get in the way of this, or I guess she did. Sorry, she did let her pride get in the way of their relationship and their separation. Otherwise, quite honestly, I think she would have followed Ren to Tokyo, and who knows, they probably would have gotten married and had like a couple of kids by now,
Mm.
but I
I mean, he's trying.
digress.
He's trying to
Hey,
get her
look,
pregnant. Like he's trying real hard.
he is really trying to baby trap her, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of here for it because I think Nana would make such a good mom.
I
But
just
I love
love.
their back and forth where she was like,
Yeah.
I am not on the pill, okay? So,
I actually really like how they actually show the birth control pill and like how she's taking it and everything and
mm-hmm.
mentioning it because I don't think I've ever seen an anime where it's actually mentioned this frequently, let
No.
alone even once. Like, which is kind of crazy. And can I just say, what is Hachi doing? Girl, Nana, maybe you need to give her a lesson in how to not get pregnant because, girl,
She
girl, did
out
nobody
here
tell you
being
about
a
protection?
little
You know what? I'm not even mad at Hachi at this point. Talk to
I
me. Like,
am.
what is your problem, sir? You, first of all, you are like a celebrity. You shouldn't you be even more careful? Like, you have a whole career. Like, what are you doing,
He don't care.
sir?
He don't
He
care.
clearly doesn't. I
He don't
really,
care.
I
Because
really
he's
do not like
like,
that
this
man.
is an easy score. And I hate to even put it like that, but that's how he's looking at Hachiko
Yeah,
is
she's like
like
a convenient woman. Yeah, and
she's convenient, she's quick. That's the part that makes me sad and annoys me is like
on I think it was episode 22, Nobu hits him and punches him in the face. Oh my god. Because Takumi was
that's
like talking about Hachi so
yeah.
disrespectfully. I just
Now,
love that.
I had forgotten how much of a jerk Takumi was
Oof, no, I never
until
forgot.
that
I never
episode.
forgot.
I forgot. So I
That
was
man
like,
traumatized me.
"Oh, I was so in the beginning when they get together, I was like, "Oh, she's not only fangirling out, she's like with the guy that she's going to be with in my head, right?" And then they had their first night together and I was like, "Dang, that's kind of quick, Hachi. I mean, you really fangirling right now and so you should probably like reel it back.
No, I think
Reel it
because
back just a little bit.
because she's like, I don't know if romantic is the right word, but I feel like she's still very young in her thinking,
She's boy
despite
crazy.
what's been happening and what she's been going through, and she's slowly
Mhm.
growing. It's just, girl,
She's growing with the wrong
stop.
person.
Yeah, stop going with these when there's a perfectly good man right in front of you. And the thing that really hurts my heart is a lot of times in stories, it's like, oh, there's a perfectly good man, but the girl is not in love with him. The girl doesn't love him. In this case, she actually likes him. She actually is like likes him more
Mhm.
than I think Takumi. Like she even mentions, um, like every moment she's like, oh, Nobu would be great. Nobu would be perfect. And I'm like, girl,
Mhm.
that
Well,
man
she was
wants you.
saying I think she had made kind of like a comment in part 1 when her and Shoji were together that Nobu would be a good boyfriend.
Hmm.
I think shortly after she meets him, she was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, he would make like a great boyfriend." I was like, "Girl, you are still with Shoji. Go sit your butt down." And then she mentions it again this time and she was like, "Oh, I think he would be perfect. I think I'm starting to have feelings for him." Uh, Quite honestly, Hachiko's all over the place in this part. She is all over the place. She don't know what she wants, which granted, she is I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. She is moving in the mind space of brokenhearted and she's trying to rather than sit with herself and try to get herself together before moving into the next relationship, she is very quickly trying to find a replacement for Shoji so that she is not alone. She mentions this quite often in the show where she's like, I don't want to be alone. I can't be alone. And I think that's why she navigates to Takumi so hard is
Hmm.
because she don't like being by herself. She needs to learn how to find comfort in being by herself before she jumps into any sort of situationship, relationship, friendship even at this point because she gets jealous of Misato hanging out with Nana while she got to go to work because she hasn't seen Nana.
Yes. And I feel like each of these characters, I mean, as like humans do, they all kind of have this vice and they all kind of like represent a little bit of something. And,
Mhm.
Hachi really is the embodiment of like not wanting to be alone, not wanting to be, um, she forms this like love with the band, obviously. And
Mhm.
she's kind of like, I don't want to be left behind, which is honest. My heart hurts for her in that regard because she's not part of the band. But yet,
Right.
the way they all see her is so different from how she sees herself. They love her.
Mhm.
Like, I think Nana mentions, like, she's like the band's pet,
Yeah.
and she just makes them feel so much better, like, so much at home. And I think later, I think towards like episode 30 or something, Nana mentions that because Nobu's like thanking her, and Nana's like, "Oh, I pushed you together for you and Hachi together because I want to keep her close to me, like keep her in my sphere."
Mhm.
And you can see how she's like trying to keep her as well,
Yeah.
and it's so sad because I think she also Nana mentioned in like the first part, she was like, Trapness takes everything I love, and truly, they kind of do. They really do between everything she loves.
I mean, okay, so when she mentions that, I understand with like her feelings regarding Trapnest and Ren. I get that. That I understand. That was her man. He left her to go pursue this career. Eventually they did get back together. So it's like, okay, I get it. I didn't understand the shift in Nana's emotion to Hachiko when she basically found out that Takumi and Hachiko had gotten together. I understand the hurt. I get that. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't understand the avoidance because I'm like, I would understand. You would, oh, how do I say this? You would think that Nana, between the two of them being so mature, I'm not saying she's completely mature, but more mature than Hachi, with Nana being so mature, you would think that Nana would tell Hachiko, like, look, he's got a bad reputation with women, just be careful. And then just kind of leave it at that. She said her piece and let Nana basically do what she wants to do, but also kind of watching her and keeping her as a distance. So then if whatever happens between them happens that's negative, then she could kind of go in and be like comfort Hachiko. But I didn't understand the avoidance. That was the thing that I was like, girl.
See, that's the thing though. I feel like they're all immature. Besides maybe Yasu, even he's a little bit, but they're all particularly emotionally immature. The way they deal with their relationships, the way they deal with their, like the way they see themselves as well. Almost like, oh, well, I don't want to intrude. I don't want to, or they don't even a lot of times say what they're on their mind. I thought Junko, I feel like she was the most kind of outspoken in a sense, or she would say what's on her mind. Although the whole thing with the cheating thing, I was like, oh, they're all immature then. They're all just like terribly flawed, which is just a human thing, but they're all very immature. And in some ways, I feel like they are like, oh, I don't want to step on somebody's toes. But at the same time, the way Hachi talks about herself and the shame she feels and how Nana's going to view her, in the same way, I feel Nana is worried she's going to lose Hachi if she pushes too hard. So she kind of steps back and she's like, okay, let her do her thing so I don't lose her completely. And I just feel like it's because they're just not mature.
Yeah.
And they're running on fears and insecurity and loneliness, codependency, all that stuff, and they just can't function properly. And so that's why they avoid. I feel like the whole story, they just avoid. Everyone be avoiding their true feelings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're also in their early 20s. Yeah. Late teens, early 20s.
Exactly.
All of them. I think the oldest person in this show is probably Yasu. And I know he's not in his 30s. Like he's probably close to mid 20s, if anything. Like
and baby Shin's like 15.
Right. Shin is the youngest one,
which is messed
up. Okay, look, we not gonna talk about Shin, okay? Because I don't really like this section. We not gonna bring it up.
We just gonna skim over that. Because we all know it's messed up.
We all know.
But also his backstory. Oh my! Watching this, it reminded me of it, and now I'm like, why? I hate this story.
Do they go? Because I don't remember. Did they go through his backstory in the anime as well?
Just briefly? I don't think so. No. I think it's like kind of skimmed over, and I think you find out more. If I remember correctly, I think you find out more about his backstory later in the manga. Girl, I cannot. I can't do it, y'all. I can't go through this again.
The only reason I ask is because Yasu does ask Shin at one point. He was like, what's your legal name? Because it's not Shin. And I was like, oh, I forgot. He's going under an alias.
Yeah. But Yasu also knows who he is and where he comes from. So, yeah. But Shin, I remember I was traumatized. So, I'm just going to leave that there.
Yeah, we're going to leave Shin. But what I will say that I kind of like just ever so slightly, but I also hate it at the same time, is Shin's relationship with Trapness top singer. Data.
Oh, you won't like it for long.
Okay, well, as of right now, I like it just a little bit until she gives him money, and then I don't. I was like, nah, girl, really.
All these people messy. These two bands are messy. Like, how the heck do all of them have so many? They've all they're too meshed together. Like this is really messed up if you think about it.
I don't like this. It's sad, but like I said, the only thing that's saving Grace is just watching Nana and Ren relationship just
Yes.
even more so blossom.
For now. No, I'm kidding.
Girl. Because until Sheen started talking to Data a little bit more, then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. They're kind of paired together.
Yeah.
For the show. Because I thought Dayla was going to get in the way of Dan and Nana.
Mm-hmm.
But then I remembered she kind of don't. But I don't know. The only thing this whole part is Nana, excuse me, not Nana, Hachiko. Well, technically, Hachiko, is messy. She messy this whole time, and I was really trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I think watching this part when I was younger, I was like, oh, but she's just hurting, so she's moving through her hurt.
Mm-hmm.
To now, I'm like, this girl, she has a very unhealthy attachment to these people. And where they are all kind of coddling her to the point where when she lashes out, they don't correct her. So like when Hachi lashes out to Nana and Nana just kind of like hangs her head low, like, oh, I'm sorry, I like very subdued, like a little kid that had gotten in trouble. Quite honestly, I think at that point in time, I would have told Hachi off. I would have, because you're not going to talk to me any kind of way in front of guests at that. Like, that's the thing, like in front of guests. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation after my guest leaves, but you're not going to talk to me any kind of way in front of my guest, not your guest. All because you're jealous. You're jealous that I have a person here that I am close with that is from my past. You and I met on a train not too long ago. I didn't even know you, and I don't know how long at this point. I'll say maybe 2 years. But Misato, I've known way longer. Don't disrespect me in front of my company. If you have a problem, you can come to me after the fact. But she don't do that. She just kind of hangs her head low, and that made me sad. It made me mad at Hachi even more. Like, she my number one hate list right now for the show. Just because she's all over the place, she's messy. Takumi, I'm like, okay, he's in his head. He's in his head.
No, he's just trash.
He's just trash. But
because everything that Hachi has issues with, it stems from self-esteem issues. She's so insecure about herself. And this is why, to all the people out there, listen, if you believe so low of yourself, listen, I get it. But other people will treat you like trash if you believe so. So don't believe it. Believe in yourself. But because I think it's episode 25, Hachi is like, okay, if Takumi, I think there's a point where she's debating between Nobu and Takumi, and she's like, okay, if Takumi doesn't call me, I can just be a poor girl who was dumped by him, and everyone will feel sorry for me, and I can put the blame on him for everything and start a new love. And I'm like, girl, just throw that man away. Like,
which is not healthy.
Go get your man.
Because why Nobu, are you blaming?
Exactly. There's a reason why. The thing is, she knows what the kind of person Takumi is, and that he sees her as like a convenient woman, and she's like, I can't end it. I'm like, girl, you can. But she's basically saying, oh, we're both trash, so we belong together. That's literally what she's saying. No. She's like, oh, I'm a trash person, he's a trash person, we fit well together. And I'm like, girl, have a little bit of self-respect and your life will change.
Yeah, that's that right there. That is the main thing. She has absolutely no respect for herself in this moment in her life, which is sad to see, because when Shoji basically admitted he had cheated on her and she was like, I don't want him. In that moment, she had enough self-respect for herself to say, I don't want this man. I deserve better. I know I deserve better. She can have him. To, well, I'm just going to sleep with him because I feel like it and I don't want to be lonely. Like, girl, that's not that same how you were trying to better yourself for Shoji, which I understand she was doing it for a man. I get that. I feel like at some point in time, it switched from doing it for Shoji's sake to doing it for her sake. I feel like she's falling back into old unhealthy patterns.
Yes. And I think that's because like her insecurities are once again coming back up. You know, she doesn't want to lose the people in Brasto, and she doesn't want to, like, she wants to keep whatever connection alive in a sense, and she's just messy. She messy.
It's
and
unhealthy.
Very insecure.
Yeah.
Like very insecure. Whoa. And I think it's also really telling because I forgot what episode. I think it's, oh yeah, in episode 27, Hachi hears about like Takumi and possibly Data like having something. And she mentions like it was like kind of an important point in her self-reflection, I think. She's like, oh, she's not even jealous. And she's not even like, wait, isn't that kind of bad that I'm not even jealous?
No, I think
like,
she
yes,
was jealous.
No, she mentioned she's not. She mentioned that was like the really important part. She's like, I don't feel anything. I think that's kind of interesting. And she literally tells herself, she's like, is it weird that I'm not? And this was at the point where she's already kind of really into Nobu. And that's why. Because I'm like, girl, you already like somebody else. You're not even concerned that this man is possibly seeing someone else. You're like, oh, interesting. And I'm like, you have some level of self-awareness. It's just, then you just let it all go. And I'm like, girl, please.
But I think she started to get a little bit back towards the end. She basically struggled to end things with Takumi.
Oh yeah.
And the only reason she was able to end it is because she got mad low key at something he had said, which he was a dog for saying it, but you can't really blame him because he's like, I thought, this is like just a situationship. Like, we give each other what we need and then this kind of done or over with. I thought that was not necessarily what they had agreed to, but basically the gist of their relationship.
Like, yeah, like we know what we both know, like what this is kind of thing.
Yeah. And so when he makes the comments like, oh, I don't know what I was gonna do, if you had gotten pregnant, and I was like, she can't get mad at him for that. But the fact that she did get mad and was like, don't call me ever again, I was like, that was that was a stretch, girl. Like,
I think because she needed something, like anything. At that point, I feel like she was like, give me anything. And she was just like, whatever. But I just think it's so funny that Hachi is always constantly having like one-sided conversations with Takumi, and he has absolutely no idea what's going on. Like, she was like full on thinking like, oh my God, I finally broken up with him. Like, this is over. And he's over here like, oh, she was just mad.
Yeah.
It killed me.
She'll be all right.
Oh, I thought that was so funny. I'm like,
I know once I see her again, then we'll be back to normal. Like,
I'm like, you guys are not even close on the same plane. Like,
which is once again sad because she's not letting it known, and then here she go, all happy go lucky on over to Nobu. Like, I ended things. That's why I thought. Let me tell you something. The fact that she was like, let me go to your house. Girl, you was just on the phone with Takumi last night when you quote unquote ended things, and now you asking to go over to Sheen's house to cook him a meal, and what else? Slow down.
Girl moves fast. She knows what she wants. Actually, she doesn't, but
no, she don't. That's the problem. She don't know what she wants. That's the main problem.
Well, she wants something, she goes and gets it, apparently.
I mean, she does say, like, I ended it, so I came back to you. You could at least gave that man a day. Or two.
Girl she's just a special nugget. My goodness.
Special nugget. I like that.
I mean, she really is. She's a special nugget. Y'all don't be that kind of special nugget. It's too messy. It's too messy. Honestly, most of these people be messy. They got some issues.
It is sad. Don't be like this. Do not. Hachi, I think now that I'm older, Hachi's, you all over the place.
Yeah, I think also because now like the older you get, the more red flags you can see. It becomes so crystal clear. But when you're young, like someone like Takumi is like, oh, like, oh, he's famous, like he's cool. It's just like, oh yeah, that's just how. But then as a full-on adult, you're like, oh, girl, how do you not see that? Like, but they don't. Like, I think in that age, you just can't see it. You just can't see it yet. And so it's kind of like, when you have to talk to like a teenager or somebody and you're like, don't do these stupid things. Stop it like that. But they just don't know. They just don't know it yet until they actually get older and learn, or they're not a teen anymore. And no matter how many ways you say it, it just will never go through until you actually learn and grow. And that is like the most frustrating thing. And that's how I feel like watching this, because I'm like, oh my God, they just don't know. But at the same time, I'm like, you idiots. Ooh.
I think that's the other thing too, is like in real life, this is one of those situations where it's like you kind of just like, no matter how many times you tell said person to leave them alone, at the end of the day, if they don't listen, that's on them. They can't, even if they get mad at you, it's like, well, I tried to warn you. I told you leave him alone. You decided to do your own thing. And that's on you. You like, I love you, but I'm gonna watch from a distance.
Yeah, at a certain point, that's what it becomes.
I think that's probably what Nana was feeling. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to either not watch or watch from a distance so she can go out and do her own thing.
Yeah, especially like someone you love a lot is kind of like, ooh, I can't watch you do this to yourself. It's just too painful. Oh, girl, why, Nana? I think, or no, why Hachi? Nana needs to have like the birds and the bees talk with Hachi, because clearly
I don't think she does.
She was not paying attention.
Girl, I think at this point Hachi's not gonna listen, because they have to be willing to listen. That's the thing.
Oh, Ren, you're the only one I like at this point.
And Yasu.
But Yasu got a lot of secrets.
He does have a lot of secrets.
Yeah, he like keeps everyone's secret.
Okay, Yasu.
And I feel like if he shared his wisdom a bit more, a lot of these problems would have been resolved. But no.
I mean, that could be true, but at the same time, I don't think anybody would have taken Yasu seriously. Yasu's kind of like, I'll help you clean up the pieces afterwards, because he probably is, the type is, he don't give advice that he himself may not take.
But they listen to him, so I feel like if he was like, listen, y'all are being messy, but yeah, I mean, at that point, they're all just a bunch of, young kids doing their thing. So,
and he's not that far off in age from them. Like, he hasn't. It seems like he doesn't have that much more wisdom compared to.
I don't know. He seems like he does.
He does, but he's giving more mid-20s, mid to late 20s. Like, I can tell he ain't 30 yet. He can't be 30. Where everybody else is like early 20s. Very young. I feel like he's mid to late 20s.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's only like a few years older than everybody else. I think he's like,
if anything,
20, he is like 23, 24.
Yeah. So in the beginning of the series, is still young.
Yep. And everyone else is a baby. They're little babies. Makes sense. I mean,
He also says he hasn't had very much luck with women, so you can't give advice if you yourself don't have that much experience.
Yeah. That's true. Tis is true. But yeah, it was a rough watch, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like also knowing what's gonna happen, I'm like, ugh, it's kind of tough watching it. Oh man, the final part. Oof. I'm gonna feel a lot of feelings.
Get your tissues ready.
I feel like at this point, I don't even know if I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be angry. Gonna be angry. It's like, why can't I just get a happy ending? Like, why? Why must you take this from me? But we shall see. And yeah, you guys let us know how you feel so far. I'm curious to know, like, who's your favorite couple and who's your least favorite character right now? Let us know in the comments. And as always, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anime Sekai Podcast. And be sure to tune in the next, 2 weeks for the last part of Nana. Thanks for joining us, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us. Catch you in 2 weeks.